Hey, look at that. It's 9 o'clock on the East Coast on a Thursday. That means it's time for this week at Gear Report, the show where we talk about typically three things are on the agenda. Number one, everything's been published since this show last week. Uh, that's published reviews. Then we have upcoming reviews, things that are in the queue to be reviewed and published on Gear Report. And number three is our most popular segment. I admit it, it's shit shooting. We just do that throughout the show in order to be more entertaining to everyone. We should get up to speed on some customs and courtesies that we follow here during this program. Number one, I would direct you to this guy down here, Gizzard Gary, demonstrating our standard greeting here. It's three yos. Okay. It's not one yo. It's not two yos. It's not even four yos. It's three yos. I have it on, I was going to say on some sort of authority. Actually, I'm just speculating here. I think that the trademark after yo, 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 I think that's just made up. I think it's safe for you to do the same amount of yos. Oh my goodness. Aegis Gun Care, great people. They don't follow directions worth of shit, though. You can see way too many yos. But you know what? I want to be positive. I want to spin it in a happy, positive manner. I'm going to say, Rod, awesome job overachieving on the yos. Okay. You and Gary can do a cage match and fight it out to see, if it's really a big deal that it's not the three prescribed three yos. I'm not even going to make a call on that. I'm going to say that's between you and Gary with his trademark three yos, which is, what we typically expect from people. This is interesting. Duncan Yo-Yo. I don't even know what that means. I also feel like you got it wrong, but I want to be positive. I have, yeah, I hear you. Oh my, that's kind of where I'm coming from here as well. People should be scared of Gary for one very important reason. Gary is, I believe, the only person in the chat that has the ability to ban people. I could be wrong on that. Depends on who else shows up later, but definitely right now, he's the one with the power. So unless you want to see the ban hammer swing, you got to steer clear of Gizzard Gary. Duncan made the best yo-yos. Wow, that's a flashback to the 70s right there. Yeah. The ban hammer. Yeah. Ban hammers, they can be spectacular to watch. I'll be honest with you. It can be kind of entertaining when we see it happen. Still, I have mixed feelings. I always kind of have reservations about, do we really want to see the ban hammer come out? Yeah, who knows? So everyone, no, that's bad luck, isn't it? One set of cross fingers is good luck. Is it bad luck if you do two? I'm getting confused now because Defense Dad is not the only one here that's got a few years on him. So mentally, I drink coffee all day because it keeps my mind from slowing down, but also makes me jittery. So I'm not sure that's necessarily a great idea. So typically, what we see during this program is a split screen with the Gear Report director of snacks and beverages, TJ, sitting on one of these sides of me. I don't know where he is right now. I talked to TJ. He was in the car when we spoke a few hours ago. He was driving to, where was he going? Guerrilla Ammunition. He was actually driving to the headquarters of Guerrilla Ammunition. He heard a rumor that they were boxing up some 8.6 blackout. And he needs that for his facts and firearms build that he's working on for 8.6. So it's almost impossible to find. Guerrilla is really the only company I know of, and I hadn't dug into this really deeply, but Guerrilla, Q, and Faxon kind of went together. Q had the design, Guerrilla did the ammunition, Faxon did the barrels. They went together on this 8.6 blackout project. So if you really want the ammo, that's where you have to go. And so he did it. He was driving down to Guerrilla Ammunition. I don't know if he's back yet. I'm hoping he didn't have car trouble or anything. All right, let me catch up here. Defense Dad, you're younger than me. That explains why G23 is perpetually crotchety. Okay. I'm going to suggest G23, you change your name in the chat to be crotchety, because I think that would be a very accurate description and warning for everyone. If it looks like you're seeing the same comment being put up over and over, that's because the gun snob, instead of doing yo, yo, yo in one comment, he did it in three, because he's got to be different. Got to be different. All right. People being nice out there. Man, everyone's showing up. The gun snob is here. Ghost Tactical is here. Gizzard Gary, Aegis Gun Care, Defense Dad, G23. We got bunches of people here arguing over who is oldest. I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna let you guys roll with that. Honestly, okay. So Hobo, I shaved yesterday. All right, I didn't shave today. I actually cut my hair about 55 minutes ago. Cut almost all of it off. And what I have found, two things that happen when I do this: you see less of the gray on the sides when it's super short, and I don't know if I'm fooling myself. It feels like it calls less attention to how much is falling out on top. I wasn't going to say anything, Gary. You want to step up and throw down your birth date, that's up to you. I wasn't going to go there. But I will say we have some experience out in the audience today. How about that? We have some well-traveled, experienced contributors to the chat. So again, everyone, keep your fingers crossed that TJ is just still on the road traveling and hasn't had any significant issues, and that he will be able to join us at some point for this discussion. Let's see what else we have going on here. 5-year-old, just not ancient. Yeah. Like someone else in the chat. Yeah. I'm not even sure who that was directed at. I know he's not talking about Gary, because Gary is the guy. Oh, he rolled in. G23 rolled in right after we stopped talking about the Banhammer, I think. So, yeah. Person cutting your hair trims your eyebrows. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. So I'm pleased to say, yeah, I think Gary is winning at this point. And I mean that in a couple ways. I mean, like Charlie Sheen winning, Tiger Blood, that kind of winning. I think Gary is onto something there, as well as he's winning the advanced age competition in our chat. All right, so we're going to dive in. What we always do on this program is we go through things that have been published. So our show last week was on the 8th, if I'm not mistaken. So that means Valhalla Tactical, Radical Firearms, some guitar stuff. Those three things have all happened since the show last week. So let's dive in and talk about this. Here is one. All right. Oh, I had a false alarm. I saw a second thing pop up in the green room. It's like, oh, is that TJ? No, it's not. So I kind of feel bad about this one. It got lost in my editing queue. And we actually did a tour when my daughter and I were in Houston, Texas last year for the Junior Olympics. She was swimming in the Junior Olympics in Houston. And while we were there, before we left, I got a hold of Mel at Radical Firearms and said, hey, I just realized we're here, like in the same town. I got an hour and a half to kill before we have to get on a plane. Are you around? And he said, yeah, come on over. So we showed up and did a tour of their production facility, which I got to say, I don't know, let's see a show of hands in the audience. Who has kids that share what you do, like as a hobby or even your profession? Are you fortunate enough that your kids will join you on that kind of thing? Especially, we got a lot of gun reviewer type people in the audience today. I consider it a big win when I can get any of my kids to go to anything with me. So Randall went to the Palmetto State Armory event a few months ago, and my youngest went to the Radical Firearms tour. So you will see some pictures in here and a bit of discussion about what we found as we wandered around there. And then the video. So I'm not going to play the video here. I will click it just to see. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's about 15 minutes long. So go check it out. I think it's kind of neat. It's going through the facility itself and seeing how they put them together, as well as talking about some new things that they have. My son, well, my daughters are embarrassed. I'm a YouTube megastar. That's kind of where I am. My daughters don't want much anything to do with it, and even my youngest protest if like I do a lot of driving back and forth to swim practices, and my youngest will get upset if I say, oh, well, I'm going to drive the Humvee. Oh, no, you can't drive that. Oh my God, she'll throw fits. So yeah, it's kind of baffling to me. Defense dad is very lucky. Yeah. And I would extend that to spouses as well. If you have a spouse that will participate in these things with you, your hobbies, your profession, the stuff you do in the firearms or creative community, then you are absolutely winning. I am not so lucky as to have a ton of interest from folks in my family. But like I said, I was thrilled that you could actually see my youngest walking through the factory with me in the video of the Radical Firearms Factory tour. And I felt kind of bad that since we were there, I've seen a couple other videos published where other people went and got tours of the Radical Firearms Factory, and they got theirs published before I did, because I was just I don't want to say I was slack. Let's just say I was busy with other stuff. The gun snob doesn't like his spouse. I'm sorry to hear that. From everything I've heard, the gun snob's the gun snob's spouse is a genuinely nice person that people like hanging out with. So I don't know what that says about the gun snob, but all right, Ben's Aviation in the house. We just got more people showing up all the time. We appreciate you. Remember, this is an interactive program, or it's intended to be, right? Usually we have TJ here keeping me from getting too stale and boring. Since he's not here, y'all have to keep contributing so that we can keep things lively, make sure it doesn't get boring. Yeah, and I'll tell you, especially my younger kids, 5-6 years ago, my youngest was doing some shooting and hunting stuff with me, and I had to be real careful with when I was willing to put especially the youngest in any kind of videos or pictures or anything for reviews. So I'm with you there. I've got, what is it, 17, 18, and 20 at this point are my youngins. So yeah. All right. That's a lie. All right. Well, I don't want to get in the middle of the gun snob's marriage here. I mean, if he says his wife isn't that pleasant, who am I to say different, right? Oh, about to watch another Starlink launch. That sounds fun. It's the interesting thing about the folks down there in the Space Coast is they get to see a lot of launches. And I don't know if anyone else has been through this. I don't live on the Space Coast in Florida, but TJ does. And whenever I'm down there, every now and then I'll be there when that launch happens. And it really, I was going to say it shook me. It was very interesting to me how visceral it is when they take off. Like, you hear the sound, but how it reverberates through your whole body really, really kind of shocked me or surprised me, I think. If you come to Idaho, you can have a tour of Aegis World HQ. That's very generous. Yeah. I'll have to check my frequent flyer points and see what I can pull together. I'm going to say off the top of my head, I think I burned them all, and I don't think I even have enough to get to SHOT Show. So I'm going to have to go, donate some plasma or something to get some airfare to get to SHOT Show in January. I heard Snobby's wife doesn't like him either. I've heard that rumor. Actually, I think it's Snob's wife that started that rumor. He's just a boy toy. I got to say, the show is going off the rails already. I'm impressed that you guys jumped in to do that. Can't wait. Just a couple more weeks. Wait, what? Clearly, there's some other Jeff in the Gun Snob's life because, yeah, that one caught me off guard a little bit. So apparently Gun Snob's wife has to be a little off. She stays married to Snob. You know, that's something that I shocked my wife with several years ago. She was saying something. I said, well, you know, every day is a choice. You know, the way our legal system works, if you don't want to be married, you don't have to stay married. You can just say, I'm done, I'm out, and dissolve the marriage. So every day that you continue to be married to someone, it's a choice to do so. And she took it as like a threat or something. I was like, no, I'm telling you, I choose to stay with you. Like, this is a good thing. I'm actively choosing. I don't think she ever really accepted the way I meant for that to come across. I'll just tell you, be careful how you say things to your wife, because I thought that was a good thing. Like, I continue to choose you. That's a good thing. She didn't see it that way. Oh, that's right. There was a launch while Snob was down in Florida last week. Yep. Yeah, it would be a lot of effort to see a garage shop, I think. But maybe you'll do a video tour. That could be interesting. We do that live on the show sometime. You set up your webcam and give us all a tour of Aegis Gun Care World Headquarters. As long as it doesn't disrupt what anyone is doing. I don't want to get in the way. Oh, I just noticed my mic was spiking a little. I'm going to turn that down just in case that was getting a little loud. All right. Oh, I was not aware of that. Yeah. All right. So, oh, right. Yeah. Bad weather does interfere with launches. Okay, so I think we're caught up on the comments for now. So again, if you hadn't seen the Radical Firearms Factory tour, please go check that article out and visit the video you see there. And you'll notice that is off of our new Gear Report Firearms channel. And it's pretty new. It's been up for about a month and a half, I think. We have a whopping 40 subscribers there. Which is a little underwhelming, I got to admit. You know, I got who was I talking to recently? It was Karamy, one of the folks over at Down South Off Road and Outdoors. It was Jeremy, actually. We call Kim and Jeremy Karamy, about how they've been growing their channel, and he's, well, we're just trying to catch up. And I was like, you know, when you have, you know, tens of thousands of subscribers, it can really be humbling to start a new channel and have to start over from scratch. And you know, it is a little painful sometimes to look and see, oh, wow, we're only up to 40, you know? So, so please, if you're watching somewhere else, go over to the Gear Report Firearms channel and watch and give us some likes and comments. And maybe we can actually get enough views and view hours and meet all the metrics to monetize that channel at some point. That would be awesome. All right, moving on. You know, I never did put the little overlay up for recent reviews. That's where we are. That's what we're doing, recent reviews. So we're going to call that one done. If you want to see more, you got to go read the article. So this second one, let's see. I wanted to change something on the styles back here as well. I got to go to the design page and show more. All right, maybe I can't change that back right now. Our background, you may have noticed, I changed to our normal kind of generic thumbnail that says when the show is. I was going to go change that back, but I don't actually see Yeah, I may have overwritten my regular background somehow. That was not too brilliant. Okay, best beginner guitars to learn guitar on any budget. If you know anyone who is looking to get started, I mean, we got under 100. It's in $100 increments, so you can really go up and get to something more pricey. I don't think I even have any in the $800,000-900,000 range listed yet, or not much, because yeah, who's going to pay that much for an absolute beginner guitar? I'm certainly not going to recommend that to people. All right, what do we got here? Somehow I wasn't subbed to that channel. Well, it's new. And I do a terrible job of reminding people, like, we literally have 4 channels now. We had for years, we had for like 7 or 8 years, we had one channel, and that is the main Gear Report channel. And now we have Gear Report Camping. We have Gear Report. So it's actually called Camping Gear Report. We have Guitar Gear Report. I've posted a video there yesterday. I've got another one I'm almost done editing that's going to go up there tomorrow. We have Gear-Report Firearms. So that's the 4 channels. At some point, we may even have a Humvee Gear Report and a Sailing Gear Report. I actually have those accounts kind of created but not launched yet. All right, where are we? Look at that. We picked up a new subscriber just like that. It is very much appreciated. Thank you. Why did I picture Jeff playing I Gave My Love a Cherry on guitar? I don't know. I have given up on trying to figure out why people think anything, to be honest with you. So for 1K, I'll join the channel. Okay, so here's how that's going to work. You go ahead and do that, and trust me, I'm going to send that check. Okay? All right, good. Deal. Thank you. See, we can make it work out so everyone is happy, right? Okay, so back over to this content. 2 of 3 recently published reviews. Just about everything in here is something that I've either owned or played a fair amount. Most of them are things that I've owned. I've been doing this for what, year and a half, almost 2 years, the guitar thing. And I probably bought 80 guitars in that time. So I've tried a lot, and really, you go find lists like this for the best guitars for a beginner, and it's usually just like an Amazon link farm, and you can read through it and you can tell the people never used anything, whether it's knives or backpacks or best pistols or best carry pistols, best hunting ammo. You read through it and it's like, you can tell that they've never actually used these things at all. Everything on here I've either used or I've noted that I know a bunch of people who've used them. But most of them I've actually owned them myself and played them. So we try to operate with integrity here. All right, what do we got here? I'll sub for ammo. Interesting. Yeah, come on. I got some ammo. Yeah, get that sub in, you come get some ammo. That'll work. Check must clear my account first. Oh man, here's where I've got to be more clear when I communicate with people. You're under the mistaken assumption that this is a negotiation. Okay, I should have been more clear on that. This is not a negotiation. All right, so we're gonna move on off of that. And reminder, we do have categories here. So the guitar stuff's under the guitar section, along with our guitars and gear for sale, which I need to update because actually in the last 2 days, yesterday and today, I think probably, yeah, this one at the top, actually this Gibson SG Standard Gold Series sold, and then this Gibson SG Faded sold as well. So I need to go in and mark those as sold so that no one tries to send me money for them when they are not actually available. I subbed. I'll expect some 22 long rifles soon. Absolutely. I actually can see a some 22 ammo from right here at my desk. So come on, I will give you a box of ammo when you get here. So yeah, see, that was a good deal. I think that's going to work out for everyone. All right. The last one, Caleb only submits a couple, 2-3 reviews a year is kind of the pace he's been on lately. He has grand plans, lots of ideas, things he wants to review, and then life intercedes and he doesn't do too many. But this one, Valhalla Tactical Baldr REIN XL Hybrid Kit Review, that is a mouthful, folks. And I'll tell you, it's because there are a couple different products that are described in here. From Cloud Defense, the REIN is a weapon light, and then he has some other things. From Valhalla Tactical, their Baldr kit that he says makes the light even better and tougher. And you may remember our rating system here. We do gears, we don't do stars. This ain't Amazon, so 4.5, likely the best product in its class and price point. That is as close to the perfection of a perfect 5 gears as you can get. So Caleb really likes how this is set up with the light and then the upgrades. So if you want to understand why he says that for his weapon light here, he's got lots of information here for you to go through and check out. And maybe you can even figure out why there are polymer plates in here. All right, what is that? TJ cannot find the melon link. I wonder if I forgot to update that. Oh man, that's bad news. The launch was scrubbed at 27 seconds. It's bad news and it's good news. Typically, if they scrub a launch, my understanding is it's because something bad was probably going to happen. So, I'll give them a high five for preventing something bad from happening. All right, y'all bear with me for a second while I go find a weather scrub. Okay. So yeah, at least they didn't have some sort of issue that happened. Okay, where do I find the link? Share stream. That's what I want. Nope, not that one. I want add guest. So I have to copy this link and send it to TJ because apparently I neglected to do so properly earlier. So there's TJ, and we're going to send him that link so he can join the program. All right, that's going to be fun. He will save the program from me rambling. All right, Defense Dad, it's going to be a good 2A weekend here this week. Evening range event tomorrow night. Nice. RSO class Sunday. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. I took the RSO test several months ago. I've not gotten a card or anything from that yet. I got to check with the instructor and see if he ever sent the information in and submitted it, so I actually am like a real RSO and not just someone who passed the test. Let's see, a new product review tomorrow. Yeah, it does suck when work gets in the way of the other things that you want to do, but hang in there. At some point, maybe you will be in a position to just say, screw it, I'm going to do this all the time. I was fortunate enough to do that a few years ago, and much to my wife's chagrin, I have said, I don't see me going back. If you ever hear that I got a corporate gig again, it means that probably something went wrong, because I don't see me going back to the corporate world anytime soon. All right, let's see. Did I send that to the wrong place? Let me try that again. There we go. I wonder who I sent it to before, because I just looked and it showed that I had not sent it to TJ, even though, no, there it is. I sent it, and then he said he couldn't find it. I can't find the melon link. Well, there it is. I just sent it in the chat again. So hopefully he'll be able to figure that out. Promise to get our RSO certification before, I don't know what TOTP in June. We need more this year. Oh, that's their Was it like Thunder on the Plains or something? I can't remember. What was this? Not as capable of being as tight as Jeff, so therefore I guess I'll keep working. Yeah, you need to get a sugar mama too. I got to be honest with you. The wife pulling in a regular salary and having insurance coverage has allowed me to do some more interesting things to raise money. And this month's been pretty dang good so far across the board. I've had a couple big scores in terms of revenue generation, which is always important to keep the lights on. I don't know what's up with TJ. I've sent the link to him a couple times, so hopefully he will be able to get in and we'll be able to have a Thunder on the Prairie. Okay, good. Hey, I got that right. We already have it scheduled again for next year. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad. I did a range event in 2016, so it's been a few years since we did one. A Gear Report run range event, and I think we only had 2 or 3 brands that came, and we had, or maybe 3 or 4, and we did it in 2 segments. So we did the morning was nothing but local law enforcement. So we had probably 4 different agencies that sent officers to come try out the products. And then in the afternoon, it was open to members of the range and other people that we invited. And that actually worked really well. Yeah, having the kids out of the house would probably make things a little easier. I haven't, I didn't wait. I just got sick of doing work for other people and said, I'm going to go out on my own. All right. Welcome to the program.
What's up, man?
I don't know. You tell me. What's up?
Oh, technical issues.
Not before. Yeah. Yeah, it happens sometimes.
I looked at the email and it says Melon app, and it said, don't share this with anybody. And that there was no link or anything in it. And I went, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's how I keep CloverTech from joining the program.
Don't apparently. Yeah. What's up, Snob? Travis T.
Oh, so this is interesting. I like what Defense Dad says here, that for their range event, they're doing 1 day of shooting, 1 day of filming. That's good. I mean, I got to tell you, the first time that Palmetto State did the Gathering event, that was the feedback. I mean, we pulled Josiah aside and talked to him about it, and then Hank came in. Said, hey, Hank, what do you think about this? He said, oh, no, this doesn't work. Yeah, having us trying to film when the public is here, just give us a day. Give us the first day, last day, whatever. Give us a day where we can film. So then the next year, that's what they did. So
yeah, it worked out well.
I felt like we made a difference there.
That's what it's about.
Kids are little tax deductions, Travis T. Yeah, but yeah, they do consume lots of time, lots of money.
Mm-hmm.
TJ's here to save the show.
That's what I'm here for.
What I've been asking for was, I hope he shows up soon so I don't keep going down in flames here.
No, I was down there and I was like, I said, where the heck is the Melon app? And it's, all I saw was that. And I was like, all right, I'll just send Jeff a message.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went in the calendar, same thing. And I was like, okay, I'm out.
Son of a bitch. How did I do that? I don't even know.
I don't know.
All right. But hey, you're here.
Yeah, I get to fix a big drink.
Oh, yeah. Well, when the technology issues rear their ugly heads, then it's like, all right.
Yep.
Settle the nerves, right?
Yeah.
Everyone here being friendly. Lots of friendly comments here.
We have the best people watching.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God.
I know. See the Gizzard Gary patch behind me, like over there.
Yeah.
That could be Snob's patch right there.
Yeah, it's harsh when people blow you off like that. So. All right, so we have finished recent reviews. You didn't.
I missed it.
You didn't have to be a part of that.
Was there any
Which
guitar stuff?
I know you're upset about. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to show you real quick what you missed. All right. Caleb had the Valhalla Tactical Baldr on the REIN XL, a kit that he put together. Really, really kind of interesting how he did that, because it's like, I think there are 5 different products listed in that review that he put together. The Radical Firearms Factory tour.
I saw that.
You've probably seen the video, but I thought it turned out okay. It took too long to do, but the one you've been waiting on is the best beginner guitars.
I missed it. I'm so upset.
Yeah, but it's there. So all you have to, I wasn't going to, but since I know you really want to see it,
have to click on it. Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
So this way I don't have to go onto the Gear Report website and read it like I normally do.
Well, and I know that with the new technology, you can actually take a web page like this and do like a short video of you scrolling through it, so then it can be like a moving screensaver on your
Jeff,
phone.
look, I read it. Here it is.
Yeah. So there you go. I knew that you were going to be upset if you didn't get to see that. So
I appreciate it. I was going to get a little upset. I was like,
I want to be sure to bring that up.
I hope I get to see some guitar stuff.
Yeah. So, no, I told you earlier when we talked that I've had a stellar week as far as not just selling some guitars, but selling some of the higher value ones that have been tying up capital, so to speak,
Collecting
I had too much money tied up in a couple of those. So I was pleased to drop them off at the UPS shipping place today, because that is what keys the payment through Reverb. So as soon as they see that it's been dropped off, they initiate payment into my account, which is good.
Boom.
So I could tell the kids they can eat next week. This is awesome.
That's awesome.
Right?
They're going to be excited.
Yeah.
You're like, but you get to eat ramen. So
yeah. Hey, my kids like ramen. So
yeah.
They haven't had it too much yet. So, and something else I've been doing is before I ship the guitars, I do a playthrough on them to show that everything works. I recommend if any of you sell things to do something similar. Well, I do it and I publish on the Guitar Gear Report YouTube channel, because I figure I'm shooting the video anyway, may as well publish it.
Yeah.
But if you're shipping things that you sell, shoot a video. So if it shows up and there are any issues, like I wait until someone buys it. So what I shipped today, a guy named Brian bought it. So when I shot the video, hey, Brian, here's the Gibson SG faded 2014 that you purchased.
It's good thinking.
And I walked through and showed that everything works. So then, if anything gets broken,
there's no dings, there's no scratches on it. Look at this, pristine. And if it shows up all bashed up, UPS's problem.
Right. Or if it doesn't work, then hey, you can see that it worked and everything was right when it left here. So it doesn't matter what you're selling. If I think that's something that I started doing just to protect myself. And then I heard someone else, a big guitar YouTuber, say, you got to do this. It's like, that was my idea.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, we had lots of comments come in while I was yapping.
Yeah, I try not to comment on them because you get mad at me. Because I sit there and read them. I've got.
Oh yeah, you'll get ahead of me, and then
I know. What are you talking about?
Dude. Yep. Gizzard Gary pointing out very correctly that he is featured right off of your right ear. It's like Gizzard Gary whispering in TJ's ear.
That's the big glow in the dark patch. That's the one that scares me sometimes. What is that? What is that green? Oh, it's just
how is the gun snob going to get to the IV 8888 event?
All I have to do is drive straight. He'll get there.
That's what I was going to say. We all know he can't even drive straight. So how's he going to make it all the way, halfway across the country? Yeah, we shall see. Oh, hold that thought.
Oh, geez. It's always nice that at least he wears pants during these things.
Sometimes.
Nah,
it's been pretty reliable. I'm I'm going to do a little preview.
One day.
I've got to decide what to put on this. I have a blank reflective sign, and it's still in the plastic, you can see, that I'm going to put something on. I just haven't decided. It might be like Gear Report headquarters or the Gear Report logo at HQ. It may be something else. It may be
Drunks at play.
Bob can't drive straight. Who knows what it's going to be? That is yet to be determined. So, and all of this is predicated on the idea that I actually get around to doing it.
Right. Yes.
Because I do have some other things going on between now and then.
Just a few.
That zipper sound.
I don't want to know.
I can tell you what it is.
Down below the desk.
Yeah, we have an ukulele chord chart. And I have not opened and taken the ukulele out of the
look at that one. That is
out of the case, probably since the Iraq veteran event last time. So I'm gonna have to leave it out, like not hide it. I'm gonna have to
practice the Black Sabbath on the ukulele.
Yeah, I don't really care what color Sabbath you practice, as long as you practice. Right. So that we show up and we are ready to rock on the ukuleles.
Snob shot his ukulele.
Why?
I don't know. He said it died, but I'm thinking
I could see other people shooting it for him. I have trouble with the idea that he did
while he's playing it. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Snob is too snobby to share patches. I'm pretty sure I don't have a gun snob patch either. Just saying. Gary gives out more. Yep. Sounds right. I know someone like that, so I can only say so much. All right, people getting patches. If people want to buy patches, I've got some patches. I just don't give them out much. Well, honestly, I've seen too many people like, and you know, who do you think I think of every time I'm like, should I give out patches or not? Who do you know who harvests patches like relentlessly that makes me go, do I really want to give these out? Or it's G-Webs.
G-Webs. I was gonna say
G-Web. He doesn't care. He'll just take stacks and stacks. And I'm like, I've only got 100.
He's probably like, I only need one Gear Report patch. It's fine.
Yeah, I think he kept one because he actually had them made, so I shouldn't call him out on that. But
I've got my white van patch from G-Webs.
Yeah. Wow. Within the next 6 months to a year, Gun Snob is on my kind of mail.
Yeah, that's Jeff time right there.
Yep. So you're on the same timeline. Yep. If our schedules would have worked, I'd have given them to you when I was there. Yeah, a bunch of empty promises, because Gun Snob's figured out after the fact you can say you would have done whatever, because who can prove different once it's done, right? All right, where do we go here? Man, there's all kinds of. All right, patches are for VIP only. Yeah, that could be true. I'm trying to think. I thought that Ben actually had a patch. I'm not positive, but I'm thinking that Ben of Ben's Aviation probably has a patch already.
He might have sold it because somebody offered him some money for it, and he knows there's only like 100 out there, ever. That's it. That's
a very viable idea. I don't know.
He'll start pulling patches off of things. If he sees a Gear Report patch, he's like, mine. Taking them back.
Yeah. I want to ask. I can't even mention it. Maybe after the show I'll mention what it was. But if I even acknowledge who it was that I want to ask something, then it may give away a surprise or secret or something. And I don't want to ruin anything, so I'm not even going to mention it. Do we have a liquor czar? I mean, we have a director of snacks and beverages.
Yes.
But a liquor czar seems
sounds like a better title. Like a title. Czar.
Would it be like
Sir TJ?
So you have snacks and beverages. Liquor czar would be a subset of that, but czar sounds like a higher position than a director. I'm having trouble wrapping my head around how this would work.
Just working up the ladder, baby. Czar's
Yeah.
next.
But you're like, that's a subset of what you're already over. I don't know. Maybe we can talk. Maybe we need to do some title negotiation at some point. We can do that as like a group event at the.
It means I get paid more if I'm a czar.
That's something. Maybe that's something we can do. So at the meet and greet on Friday, when we have food and we're sitting around the table, someone remind me that we're supposed to talk about TJ's title and see if it's time for.
I'll remind you. Don't worry.
Yeah. I think my ukulele died. Hey, good news, Gun Snob. I hear that there's this program on Vine or on Amazon called Vine where you can request things to review, and they always have ukuleles. So
always.
There's no excuse. You have time. You could request one tonight. It'll be at your house before the show next week, at least.
Probably show up tomorrow.
I should probably learn tiptoe through the tulips because people keep bringing that up. I don't know why, but I should probably. Gonna have to charge Jeff for one. Huh. Maybe we can do like a patch swap or something. I don't know. All my best swag is from Gizzard Gary. I think that is not an uncommon sentiment. Somehow I have a CloverTech thing up here. 2019 SHOT Show. Huh. I didn't even know I had that. We've got the early bird chat from Gizzard Gary.
Yep.
And we have this one right here. Yep. Oh, what's that, Gary? Oh, clever. But I'm not going to call TJ that. Come on, dude. Have some class, Gary.
Yeah. Come on.
Gear Report patches are sick. There we go. I see. Ben is campaigning. We'll have to see what happens. I will try to remember to throw some in. And here's something else I've been working on that I'm like, okay, for most people, I would be willing to give them one of these Gear-Report.com can opener, bottle opener things. I'd feel a little weird giving that to Ben. Not because he apparently is in aviation, but because Ben is not quite of the age for legal consumption. So we got to be careful. I don't want to, but Ben's old man could get one.
There you go. Then he can hand it down to his son.
Ooh, there we go.
Like an heirloom.
That could work. So that
like
goes on
the treasured Gear Report bottle opener.
Yeah.
Take it. Drink well.
3 guys to help him get free patches. Okay. I actually have Gear Report's patch from Patch Batch. There you go. Need one for my daughter's collection. Yeah. Yep. Patch Batch. That's the only patches I've ever had made. And 100 of those were distributed as patch batches. And 100 of them were sent to me to distribute. And I literally don't know. I'm afraid to count them because I know it's going to be like 20 or something. I'm going to be like, oh no, I'm down to 20. And then I'm going to have even a harder time distributing.
Yeah, once he knows how many he has, nobody's getting one.
I should probably add them on the site. So on the right-hand side, you see this little thing here. That's how you can get a Gear Report t-shirt. And there's like a little checkout thing there. I should probably add Gear Report patches to that.
There you go.
But I haven't.
The coveted Gear Report patch.
Yeah.
I've got 2. I'm going to put one on eBay. See what happens.
That is a brilliant idea. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. That's cool. And make sure you hit the thumbs up and watch on the Gear Report Firearms channel because we're trying to build watch time and get interaction over there. See, I thought Ben had one. Yeah. And Gizzard Gary has one from the Patch Batch. I have one. Jeff made me buy. That sounds like something that Jeff would do.
That does.
I don't recall that. Yeah.
I think I was there.
I've done my one and only ukulele review on Amazon. I don't care. The expectation is that we do a better performance each year that we go to the IV 8888.
Step up our game.
And it wasn't a bad performance last year. I expected it to be a hot, steamy train wreck, and it actually wasn't bad. So I'm very interested to see what we can pull off this year. So the pressure's on. Why did I put that on the screen? That ignore the man behind the curtain.
I just saw that. I screenshot of that. I'm on the ball like that. Remember?
Honcho Fett, didn't I send you some stuff? Oh, I bet I didn't.
I bet you did.
That was part of the stuff that I made, and it's probably sitting in an envelope down in the box beside Alan's quarter horse arms cup. That I actually have quarter horse arms on one side, Gear Report on the other, and I keep forgetting to take it to Alan. I bet there's an envelope sitting there beside it that says the real name of Honcho Fett on it.
But where are the envelopes?
Oh, I know where they are. They're in a box in the corner of the dining room. Because where would you put stuff? It's in the corner of the dining room, right beside the heat press for making shirts and the my row of chargeable devices. So I have
that's right
and inverter packs, and I keep them right there by the plug so that I can charge them up periodically. Make sure they're ready for when the power goes out.
Could be coming.
160 for 100. Is that good? What kind of patches would that be? I'm guessing that's good. It sounds like it's probably pretty good. I don't know. But I should probably get some. So definitely, if you don't mind, shoot me some information on that, and maybe I'll do that. Sells Gear Report stuff to himself, but doesn't give himself a discount. Well, that would be silly. If I sell it myself, it becomes a business expense, an unreimbursed business expense, so I can write it off of my taxes, right? Oh, did I say that? I don't remember. But I'm sure that if I got it and
I
gave
consume a lot, so I don't remember really either. So.
Okay, there we go. So the ukulele could still be at 3-inch PVC glow in the dark patches. Oh, we definitely got to talk now. And I agree.
Yes.
That does sound like, I mean, that's less than, no, he said $160 for 100. I see the other way around. 160 for $100. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm on that. Yeah, the other direction is not as good, but yeah, it's not good enough to bring it. You got to practice with the ukulele.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, everyone wants patches now. Good. All right, so upcoming review queue stuff. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, I changed my camera angle a little bit. Last several weeks since I changed to this camera, you haven't been able to see my shirt. It's just been the head shirt. I figured out how to zoom it out a little bit. I'm having trouble with microphone placement.
There you go.
Yeah, having a little trouble with mic placement to keep it where I need without blocking. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Hopefully that doesn't make it.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah. So I'm still working on we were starting to go down the road of the we have a crystal sighting.
I can behave now.
All right, with the appropriate number of yos. Well done. You need a good game, Crystal.
I'll give her a good game. If not, she's sleeping outside.
Yeah. So I got something in the queue here that just showed up today. A sight pusher. Could someone sing along like the salt and pepper I'll push it thing while I get it out here? Because I literally this is a live unboxing because everyone loves unboxings. So incredibly valuable.
The thing looks legit.
It's heavy.
It looks legit. Really I was heavy. Like,
this is massive.
Yeah.
And apparently It is made to go in a vise, like here on each side. You clamp it in your vise, and then, man, like this has got to be 5 pounds at least. It is very solid.
That's how you know it's sturdy.
Yeah, and it's got measurements on it, so you know it's accurate, right? I don't know. But anyhow, I'm gonna have to, and I've got some sites I need to install that I've just been lazy on doing. Oh, look at that! That's amazing. Is it moving?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! I'm gonna turn it back the other way now. Oh, this is so exciting. And so what I'm
so
seeing
now. That's
you
all
see how much I'm having to turn it to make it move? So this is like a precision. It's got a very fine thread in there or gearing so that it's not like I should be able to adjust pretty to very small increments to dial it in. And it's got a couple screws and Allen wrenches in here.
Nice.
Yeah, I think this may get a good review. I'm kind of excited about this.
Nice. Got to change out some sights.
It's got more. I've got a couple sight pushers, but they're little and very basic. This is like really big and heavy.
Yeah, I've got the Play School, my first sight pusher version.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been using. All right, I'm excited because I got the box and was like, that's way too heavy to be a sight pusher. And I was right, because the box also had a like a little solar panel kit that was a solar panel, a charge controller, and a lithium ion polymer, whatever it is, battery. So
nice.
I was like, yeah, that's kind of neat. All right, where were we? Oh,
Snob bitching to Crystal because she was too homebody to come visit.
That's what that's about. I saw this. I was like, someone's mad. What's going on?
Yeah,
oh,
she
acting like
didn't want to go out.
Anything wrong here. There we go. Thank you. See, this was typed when I got the pusher out, and I just didn't get to it after I put it away. So that was on me. But Defense Dad, right there. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Almost ordered one. So, yeah, Snob giving away my secrets that that was a Amazon Vine item.
That's awesome though. When you come across something like that on Vine, you're like, mine. Come on.
I actually looked at it for a couple days and was like, okay. But I've been known to do that. There have been a number of things that it takes a couple days. I'm like, oh, it's still there. Dang it. Now I have to do it. Yep. But I've actually started getting some things. I got to be careful about the tax implications of this. But I've gotten a couple high dollar things and then turn around and sold them. And, oh, here's something. If you sell things, video it before you send it. Also, read the fine print on eBay, because I sold something that sold for enough that eBay's initial bill was like $300, and then they took another $44 for payment processing. I lost almost $350 on that item because I did not know that they were up to 12.9% now. That is freaking insane. There is no way I'm
bastards.
Again. No way I'm using eBay again. That I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I thought they were like 7.5% or something, and it was almost double that. So
now you know.
How many ukuleles does it weigh?
That's going to be our new unit of measurement on the channel. This is 3.27 ukuleles.
Okay. Oh, I got to go this way, don't I? I'm going to say
head right here.
11.65 ukuleles.
Yeah. I'm going to put that in my next review for the weight. I'm going to say this is like 0.97 ukuleles. And they're going to be like, what in the hell is an ukulele? It's our new unit of measurement, strictly used on Gear-Report.
Yeah. Oh man. See, I've already started writing the PDX review. I'm gonna have to go in and convert everything from like English units to ukuleles.
That'd be funny.
It's going to take forever. That is
Maxim would be like,
forever.
"What's wrong with these guys? What is wrong with him?"
Oh my goodness. They better not ask. Because it's like, listen, how much time you have?
Yeah.
Yep. So site site pusher looks better than the NC Star one. Don't even get me started on NC Star. Those bastards pissed me off. Right after Gear Report started doing gun stuff, someone said I should talk to them. I was doing some Mosin Nagant builds, and a company actually sent me an NC Star scope, and I reached out to ask them some questions about it. And after we talked for a while, and they asked, hey, well, do you do reviews? Do you need anything? And then they went and looked at the channel and were like, oh, you're brand new. Yeah, never mind. The guy literally laughed at me like, yeah, no, why would I send you something? I was like, yep, you're never going to have to worry about that being a problem again.
Ever.
And yeah, never
off
talked
the
to
list.
him. Never talked to him. Never. I'm trying to think. I think they did send me a note like a year and a half ago about something. And I was like, unsubscribe. Yeah, don't even talk to me.
You just email back, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
What's this for? Like, oh, I remember.
Yeah. Oh, gun snob. I see I'm behind. He's rehashing the whole drama with Crystal. Oh, NC Star is blue and heavy. Yep. How's that Maxim? Dude, I got to tell you, whoever Sweetness for Show 1 is, every Maxim that I've ever put my hands on has run flawlessly. And it's one of these, they are the sponsor of this. They're the sponsor of this program. Where is the ticker? I took the ticker down earlier today. I was filming in the studio and I was checking camera angles. So I took the ticker down and I forgot to put it back up. So there we go. It's back up. And you'll see that we're live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and that this program is sponsored by Maxim Defense. So, yeah, I mean, it's convenient that they're the sponsor because I have nothing but awesome things to say about. Like, I've yet to put my hands on a Maxim product that didn't make me go, "Oh my goodness, this is like really awesome."
I just get to look at them from afar.
If NC Star wanted to be our sponsor, I'd be like, okay, I'll let you give me a stack of money, but I'm not saying a damn thing about your brand that isn't just really aggressively angry.
They would say,
sure, I would give them.
That's fantastic. That's great. That sounds like a good deal.
Yeah. They've been pretty good to us, and I'm still tickled because it's one of my favorite brands in the industry, and
one of my favorite guns, and I don't have one yet. It's on my list.
Oh yeah. Tell me about that big ass Taurus pistol that you have, and about the 8.6, and the let's talk about the 58. Oh, and he has guerrilla ammunition that no one in the freaking world has. TJ has it.
They threw some out there.
To be a trend that
Florida strong, baby.
When brands come out with brand new stuff, if you want to see it first, you got to get up with TJ because he will have one before almost anyone in the world. It's true of the Diamondback, right?
Yep. DBX 5.7.
Yep.
Sidekick.
5.8. Yeah, you got the 5.7. You got the sidekick. The list goes on. And then
that 8.6 blackout is coming together.
Yep.
Nicely.
Yep. This segment was brought to you by Jeff's Pusher. Well, the prior segment was. This segment is brought to you by Maxim Defense because I had forgotten to put the ticker up.
Yes.
When I was filming a guitar pre-ship function check. And it's actually been kind of neat. This little like CCT camera that I'm using with the lens on it, I just moved it just a slight bit and zoomed it out a little. And then I sat back on my little guitar. It's literally called a throne back here. I sat on that and played the guitar for that video.
It looks good. I got to work. That's what I need to get on mine, so I don't have to have this set up where I'm like almost far enough to where I can't even use the mouse if I had to mute myself.
Yeah.
So I need to
Yeah.
get that where I can zoom in and maybe change this up a little bit.
Let's be honest, though. I keep my finger hovering over the mute button for you anyway.
I know.
So you
I
don't
don't
have to
blame
worry.
you. Well, perfect then. I'm gonna just scooch back where I need to. And, there we go.
Yeah, Gun Snob talking about Vine and likely the tax implications, and I'm actually kind of worried about that because everything you get, you don't pay for it when you brands send things through the Vine program. You don't pay for it, which was awesome when I got the $2,400 sound bar that I sold for like $2,100 on eBay, and they took $344.95 from me. I'm still upset about that. But I got kids in college. I need to have a lower taxable income, and that all counts as taxable income. So I got to be careful what I get.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's an idea. I wonder if that's something I could do on the laser engraver. I may have to try that. A guitar pick is so small, I couldn't put the full Gear Report logo on it, but I could put
the GR symbol.
I could. I don't like that one because I don't know. I feel pretentious whenever I use that one because it's like assuming that people know.
They should know.
And
I'm
too self-conscious about.
They're right there.
I know.
There.
I don't use eBay Marketplace where it's at. Yeah, I hear you. I gotta I will not like. A part of me is like, yeah, but I wouldn't have sold it for as much if I put it on Marketplace. I probably ended up making more money putting it on eBay, but
and taking the hit.
But now it's tracked. Uncle Sugar's going to get paperwork on like a 1099 for 1099 miscellaneous, and it just, I'm telling you, as a small business owner who buys and sells things, the tax laws are set up in such a way that I really don't know how some small businesses survive as long as they do before they just run out of money and give up. Because the tax system is set up to freaking bleed you dry and prevent you from ever.
They don't want you to make money.
Right. It's crazy. Yeah. It really is. My ukulele weighs 4.99 pounds. Sure it does, Honcho. His is made out of Beskar, so that's the reason.
That's a massive ukulele.
Yeah. Amazon did that to me. I was accepted into the affiliate program, but they dropped me because I was less than 1,000 subs at that point. That's bizarre. Normally they let you in and they drop you if you don't drive enough sales within a certain time period. So it usually doesn't have anything to do with how many subs you have. I mean, I don't know. They may have changed it, but yeah, that's what I thought. Maxim has some awesome stuff. See, the more Ben talks, the more I like him. This is good. Yep. We're gonna party with Ben here at the end of the month. So it'll be the reserved kind of party that, has parental supervision, but yeah, I like that.
Good thing I'm not gonna be there.
Oh, asking when TJ Sweetness Faux Show 1 is a plant that you have put in here, right, TJ? Yep. Interesting. That sounds like something your son would call himself. So I get it.
His would be much more perverted.
Yeah.
All his names on all his accounts are just like, oh my gosh, like dear Lord.
Gun Snob. You need to Snobby, you need to crack the whip with LFA. Because TJ's
I haven't heard anything yet. I was gonna call him tomorrow and go over there. I'll just stop in. I'll just roll in the front door like, what's up?
There we go. It's all coming together. Let's see. Are you not coming to... Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
half
okay.
a century on the planet. TJ has not figured out how to drink from a cup yet.
No.
What is the Georgia thing? Are you not coming to Georgia? That's the Iraq veteran, right? Yeah. TJ we already talked about that we're doing that.
We don't know who else is going. Usually it's not much.
Yeah, from this crew, we have lackluster attendance, but it's good to see that Snobby will be there again.
I know.
It's
They
nice.
staying in this illustrious place they stayed at last
I
time,
mean, this will be my
the Taj
sixth or
Mahal.
seventh. This will be my sixth or seventh.
Yeah,
And yeah, he does have a drinking problem. That is
I do.
absolutely true.
I do.
I tend to have a
I
drinking
mixed.
problem when I'm around.
I mixed one before I came in here, and it's pretty stout. I should have
Yeah,
stirred it up. It's a little stiffer at the bottom down there.
I'm sure there are a couple jokes there, but I'm not even going to go there. So, what else? I'm looking for any floor guns or anything else I can show off.
Floor guns, floor thermals, whatever.
Yeah, I've got all the good stuff. I really try to keep the secure gun room double, triple bolted shut, and yeah, that's how it is when you've been married for a while. It's like, you know what? I don't want anyone in the family sneaking in and saying they're gonna end my reign. So I keep
Mhm.
the secure gun room locked. What, you don't have floor guns? I thought everyone,
You missed the floor gun episode then.
that was a pretty stellar episode. Not going to stay at the Taj Mahal. That's interesting.
Oh, I would go back there. Jeff would, if we had to stay at a place, that would be it. But we camp.
Oh yeah, because it's fun.
I enjoy it. I bust your chops about it, but
Yeah, I know. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. There's shower guns. Never thought about floor guns. Got it. Yeah,
yeah.
See, I don't have any shower guns because the wife gets in the shower and I don't want to give her any ideas. What in the world? Oh, have a great night. Off to bed. All right. Have a good evening.
See you. Appreciate it.
Oh, wow. Damn, big money. Oh,
You know, there's going to be a big tent on site there.
Yep.
Just saying.
I'll be at the event pitching a tent. A big tent.
I will not be there. In the tent, or around the tent when you're pitching it.
Yeah. And likely, I haven't decided what I'm going to drive. I've been driving the Prius more often because gas prices, and I keep saying I have the Humvee. I need to take it to this event at some point, but then we get close, and I go to the Gas Buddy website and I put in the destination and the miles per gallon, and it calculates the absolute cheapest that I can make the trip. And I'm like, oh no, no. That's not happening. You know, because I mean, literally, the trip in the Prius will be less than $100.
$20.
In the Humvee, it'll be like $650. Like, and then what if something breaks and it's just a pain. So
it's like me on every trip with the truck, something always breaks.
So so Bill will have his Humvee and Ruben will have his, and likely I'll either take the van or the Humvee. Well, I'll have to take the van because the tent doesn't fit in the Prius. So I'll take the. I'll probably end up in the van again.
You throw it on top, little roof rack. Just
I have.
When you go run a turn, you just fall over.
Yeah, I have a roof rack. And honestly, that would probably work. And even if it cut the miles per gallon from like 48 to 28, 40. That's still like 4 times as good as the Humvee.
See, I'm full of ideas, buddy. That's what I'm here for.
And the and it uses gasoline and not diesel, which gas is cheaper than diesel. For people who only drive gas, that is a good idea. Just drive the Humvee and you will still spend less than I will in gas. Potentially, yeah. But who knows? Maybe I'll bring it. I don't know. The people who went, for anyone who questions, does it exist? The people who went to the gathering, the PSA event, I had the Battlewagon 3 was displayed down in the main area there. So not only did we take it, it was there on display where everyone could see it. People got to climb up in it and stand in the turret and that kind of thing. Trailer behind the Prius. Now, see, we're getting some winning ideas here.
See?
I like it. Teacher's going to be hitchhiking there. That sounds like code. I'm not even sure what that means.
She's probably talking on her phone or her watch, and it's probably said TJ.
Okay, that does make sense. Okay, and I literally
there it is. There it is. See,
TJ will be hitchhiking there. Yeah, so you got to get a ride from some. There got to be people going up from Florida.
There's
someone
plenty going.
Down to be able to just pick you up.
Live free guys are going up there. So there's going to be. I'll get up there. Don't worry. Don't you worry, Jeff. I'll get up there.
That could be a great thing though. Like if you ride up with them, you can help them set stuff up, take it down.
Yeah,
like
that
could be some of the best. That's a cool cup, by the way. That's a nice shade of pink, TJ.
I love pink. I'll stop it there, Jeff. See?
There. I just lobbed that right up in front of you. Yeah.
There you go. It's my favorite flavor.
Yeah. So anyhow, that could be a good thing though for relationship building. If you catch a ride up with them.
Those wingtips are still hanging on strong. They cleaned up. They look brand new. See, my Vans, they would have been ruined. I'd had to throw them away.
Yeah, so much I could say that I'm just gonna not. All right,
good enough for John Wick. They're good enough for me.
Okay, that makes sense. So I've got a couple. Man, I feel like I have not been doing this whole publisher thing right because I have been like I keep publishing things and not putting them on the actual Gear-Report.com website. Like all the guitar stuff that I'm doing, much of it, I'll put it on YouTube or something and not create a post on Gear Report. So I'm trying to catch up.
Don't you have Gear Report music?
I have Guitar Gear Report is the channel for that.
Okay.
And
I knew there was something out there. I mean,
but I am going back and creating some more things like that. And so the reason I'm talking about this is we've been doing a lot on Instagram and on YouTube Shorts as well across all the different channels on the Camping Gear Report, the Gear Report Firearms, the Guitar Gear Report. Like I'm probably publishing 4 or 5 shorts or reels or whatever for every one real video or article that goes out. So if all you're doing is checking the Gear Report website or watching this show, you're missing a lot of content.
I threw a short up on firearms the other day. I don't know if you saw it.
You did that.
Yep. With the money.
I deleted it. You didn't tell me. I was actually gonna mention that. I'm glad you brought it up because I was gonna ask if anyone has a channel has had that where this mystery bit of content just pops up. Because I was like, oh my God.
You gave me access.
We've been hacked because I didn't post this, and I'm pretty sure I'm
good.
the person. I forgot I gave you access to that. It was good. Dang it. Okay.
I had a grand sitting on the table. So I was like, oh, Jeff will love this one.
It won't happen again. Was that really like an original? You did it all yourself?
Yeah.
You can repost that. I will not delete it. And anything you post going forward, now I remember.
That was right after the Visa, MasterCard, Amex thing was going on. I was like, oh, watch this, guys. Go to the safe. Whack.
I was like, what are the odds that we got hacked? And it was actually good. Like I almost left it up. I was like, I have to delete it because I can't let something stand from a hacker because then who knows what they'll put up. And then,
I'll throw it back up there. Because I did go to the gun store, so I don't have that money anymore.
Yeah. So Snob is right. I don't understand the shorts with their vertical video. I still hate vertical video, but I post the stuff because it's easy.
Yeah, Jeff last year.
Well, it's true. And I think Snob and I were both invited to some group about shorts on YouTube. And I went to a couple of these like big Zoom meetings where there are 50 or 100 people in there. And it was all freaking idiots. Like talking about their channels where they do these dance things. And I'm like,
we should do that.
Y'all are like, why our society is going down the toilet. And that's all they wanted to promote. I was like, forget that.
Yeah.
Gun stores do have that effect on money for some people. I don't buy things at gun stores, but for most people,
I still do.
Yeah, I probably should.
That's the only way that's the only way I was getting that scar. So.
Oh, I see. It took me a minute to understand what Gun Snob was talking about. Those big meetings where there'd be like 100 people in there, and they'd want to. You get these people. You tell they're so proud of themselves for being there, and they'd want to say something that where they were trying to disguise that they're trying to talk about their channel so that people will go check it out, and they'd try to say something and casually name drop their channel or something about their channel or brag about, they do a humble brag in this thing. And I'm like, all right, there's 150 people in here. If everyone makes 2 humble brags, we're going to be here for an hour and a half before we even.
Nobody cares about your channel.
Right. and it was just ridiculous crap. Almost every single channel in there was like, no one wants to see your cat lick its feet, videos of that all the time. But apparently someone does, but it was all stupid crap like that. And I did 1 or 2 of those. I stopped getting emails about it. I don't know if they just were like, oh, well, this person's not coming, so we're going to uninvite them for the program. But also, Shorts said, YouTube said that for Shorts, they had this fun, and they made it sound like if you were invited to this program to participate in their discussions, you were likely to get some payout from their monetization fund. I never got a damn thing from it. And I actually put some fair amount of work and had a little bit of traction on some of the videos. And I thought, I'm not going to make a lot, but at least maybe they'll toss me a hundo or something. Right. Not a damn thing. And pretty quickly I was like, this ain't worth the effort. I'm not doing it for them. I'm going to post things that I want to post when I want to post, and I don't care about how they do things. And maybe at some point it'll resonate with people and we'll get some traction and actually get a couple dollars from doing shorts. But for now,
maybe
nothing. It didn't take off and make me feel like oh wow, this is going to go somewhere, and then they will fizzle out. I'm like, damn it. Yeah, never got anything from the Shorts fund. Although oddly, YouTube will show, if you go look at your YouTube reports for a channel, it'll give you an estimate of what your revenue is going to be. And I had for probably a year where whatever it showed that they were estimating, when the payment actually showed up, it was like 2 or 3 times what they said it was going to be. I was like, oh, I kind of like that, but it was still, tens of dollars.
Right.
Yes. Snob or Defense Dad hit the park. They wanted people to do shovel dance tutorials and girls wearing tight clothes. Okay. I don't even know if I want to ask this or not. I want to know if anyone else has noticed a trend on Reels. And I say, I don't do TikTok, partially because honestly, more than anything, it's because of concerns about privacy concerns about how aggressive TikTok is at farming data and using it for nefarious things. All right, that gives us something to do at the veteran event. We will do a truffle shuffle, conga line, or maybe it'll just be Snob. We'll have to see. But something I've noticed, I'm curious if anyone else has noticed this, that I hate to even say it out loud, but I couldn't help but notice, right? I'm not a dirty old man for noticing this. I'm a dirty old man because I've spent years honing my craft to become a dirty old man. Okay. But has anyone else noticed the emergence of camels, or at least their toes, as a key part of a lot of the videos that young women are doing, mainly in like
Oh, yeah.
yoga or jogging shorts? A few years ago, it was like, avoid that at all costs. Now it's like they're going out of their way to do it. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
They just want to be they're
what's
just
on here?
try to be the latest and greatest, pushing what they got, I guess.
Yep.
Shaking their moneymakers.
Yeah. That will get tens of views. Was not talking about the toes of the camel. That was talking about, because that's how you get hundreds of thousands of views. It was
I'm gonna put a toe of camel video up.
This is
just for
talking
you.
about the truffle shuffle. Snob, please don't. Oh, is Gary's still here, right?
Yeah.
I have been debating whether it is appropriate for me to apologize for what happened on Gary's show.
You've been
Yeah.
frozen up for about like 30 seconds.
You can still hear me, right?
I can still hear you.
Okay, that's fine. I don't.
You're in a very shocked look, though. It's funny.
Yeah, that's good. I try to go for that.
There you go. Now you're back. What's up?
Try to set up the freeze to do that. So I've been thinking about how I want to approach this. I did want to offer Gary an apology for
See you.
For gotta go watch some shorts. Yep. He's a toe man, apparently.
I get them on my other screen over here. They're playing.
I have noticed this as well. People putting attractive women in the thumbnails and they're not in the video at all.
Clickbait. Bastards.
Okay, so let's get back to this apology. So, Gary, I would like to offer you an apology for aggressively disrupting your show. I'm not going to apologize for what I said. I'll apologize for how I said it and for doing it. Or how do I want to word this? The sentiment was I think a sentiment that was appropriate, and I'm not going to apologize for having that sentiment and for sharing it on the show. I will apologize for the manner in which it was shared, because I did think through how I was going to do that. And when someone said something on Gary's show about women should basically, men should lead and make decisions on everything, and women should never be leaders or anything. And I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? And everyone had all their cameras.
It's 2020.
I literally turned my camera on just so I could make the confused, like, what the hell are you talking about face, to add emphasis to what I said.
I missed that.
And I feel like on my show, if I want to do that, it's my show, whatever. But I do feel bad about doing that on Gary's show because it wasn't my show. Yeah. And I also, like I told the guy, I was like, dude, he had showed himself on camera driving his truck because he's a truck driver, and he's driving while participating in this broadcast. And I was like, dude, maybe you need to stop digging this hole that you're digging and just focus on driving your truck for a while. And someone mentioned Kingpin. I don't know who the hell Kingpin is, but this guy was like trying to bait me into fighting in the comments. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? And
I miss all the fun stuff.
Oh my goodness.
I had to go to work.
Dude, number one, it's like, if you're going to fight, why would you fight over that? And number two, do a little research before you pick someone to fight. Like, violence is my jam, you know? Pick someone who's not good at it before you start calling them out for a fight, you know? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So now we know why Snobby's had not had the success with the ladies that some people have enjoyed, is because he has shared the attitude that individual had. Yeah, I saw Kingpin apologized a bit. Yeah. I never got an apology. Gary got an apology for him being very aggressive in his comments, but I did think it was funny. I have to admit that I found myself reading this guy's comments, and I was like, a male fight, yeah. No, he was supporting, saying that the other guy was 100% right. That you must be a complete idiot if you think women could ever be leaders or make any decisions or basically emerge from the 1930s. So, yeah, it was bizarre. It really confused me, but yeah. It's going to be fun if I ever meet this person in person, because I will laugh in his face. And yeah, it's going to be entertaining should that ever happen. Yeah. Oh, wow, indeed. Yeah. Don't tell my wife.
She's not watching.
Yeah. She has better taste than to watch this whole program. All right. So let's see.
There she is.
Yeah. Well, Crystal was on. She's probably sending her notes.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
I guarantee it.
Oh my God. You
got to think that through more, Snob.
Hey, folks, here's what I'm going to ask. For anyone who's reaching out to Snob's wife to spill the beans, please send a link to the Gear Report Firearms channel and say, you need to watch the show. Don't give a timestamp. Just say, you need to watch the show. You won't believe what he said. All right. We need watch time. All right. I'm trying to get that channel monetized. All right. Because I need that tens of dollars every month that YouTube eventually provides when you get to thousands and thousands of subscribers watching your videos. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that people tagging in the comments is bound to help as well. Yeah. All right. Well, and we're approaching. We usually try to
an hour and a half.
In an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes range.
I should have played. It's my fault. I blame me. It's my fault. I should have played.
Well, yeah, I'll take some.
Yep, that's right. Exactly.
I'll take some credit for failing to share the appropriate link as well. So thanks everyone who's here. I'm going to make last call. If there's anything meaningful, like new topics you want to talk about, now's your chance. All right. We've had some very lively discussion. Some good things came up for us to chat about, like the patches, glow in the dark 3-inch PVC patches. That's exciting. I think we may end up with some of those. Not yet. I know I was teasing, putting the finger up there. All right.
Let's point to Gary's patch.
Bob? Is that why you don't do as many videos these days? You need time to heal between saves stuff. That, yeah, that. Oh, I missed the yes, where you said yes. Good show. Hey, listen, as long as you're going to bring low standards, you are welcome back at every show. So we definitely appreciate the positive.
We like to set the bar low.
Regardless of how the show was or wasn't, Snob's always good for harassment during the show and then a good game at the end of the show. And I'm okay with that. I appreciate that. Yep, healing does take longer as we get older. Okay. What do you need to say before we shut it down? Do you have anything coming in the near future that we need to talk about? You have a box up. Why don't you tell the story behind that box?
I have got the unicorn.
2 times in a row, I asked you a question and I cut you off before you could say it.
I have the unicorn. I don't know if you could see it.
Yeah, I mean, the part you've shown so far is really not that impressive.
The 8.6 blackout from Guerrilla Ammunitions. So I've actually got some. So it's crazy. So that's for my 8.6 build we're doing. I've got the Fax and Barrel bolt carrier, working on the lower upper, and then a pistol brace.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm going to try to remember. Hopefully, I'll be able to pull this off. If I can get in and reset the thumbnail image for this program, which I do sometimes, this is what it's going to be right here with the maintaining the bar at tripwire height. That will be the thumbnail. If I can pull this off. There we go. That'll be the thumbnail. And who knows, maybe I won't. Oh, here's a real revelation. I was unaware of this. Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Thank you for clarifying that. I do appreciate understanding. I'm here for comic relief. That's good.
Shocking as well.
You're far less likely to be disappointed if you're looking for comic relief instead of anything good.
Like real content or anything.
I actually heard this as well. I didn't.
Yeah, I told him.
And yeah. Yeah. So why don't we real quick then, since he brought that up, and I saw a couple LFA mentions. If you hadn't seen the Gun Snob or Obnoxious, I'm assuming that posted some stuff, and it's Sarge. I'm assuming all three of them posted something, but honestly, don't tell anyone. But I only saw Snob's video. I didn't even go look to see if anyone else posted anything. But anyhow,
I saw some videos on the AMP from Obi and
check it out, because I was completely blown away at the size of the operation at Live Free Armory. I had heard of them when Snob and some of the other guys talked about them, but otherwise I didn't know that brand existed. And then to see how much they had, I was like, wow, that place is pretty big. So and it sounds like my kind of gun company. So most of the people here are in the firearms industry and have met a bunch of people who run different firearms brands. And I'm sure everyone can think of a number of brands that it's like their marketing department comes up with stuff, and if it looks cool, they'll have it made and sell it, but they don't really have, like, maybe they have a military veteran that fronts, they're the face of the company, and that's why people buy it, but they don't really have a big engineering department. So to see that Live Free Armory was made, the engineers, like real engineers, drive the company. That's the kind of company I like. And that's why I love Maxim. That's why I love a number of the different brands that we have done some work with. Like, I go out of my way to try to work with the brands that do that kind of thing. Like Aaron, what was Aaron's company? Do you remember? Phoenix Weaponry, another engineer-driven company.
I was like, I got three Aarons. I'm like, which one are you talking about?
I know. I'm trying to throw wrenches in the works with some ambiguity. And I think what's your other buddy? Okay, the one you're waiting on. Which one?
5150.
5150. I don't know that they're overpowered by engineering, but they've got some engineering going on there.
They're very, very tight with their stuff there.
Yeah, but bunch of companies that we work with. And I'll tell you, I've turned down working with a number of companies where they come up with cool looking things, but the engineering's not there behind it. And as much as I love the people at Palmetto State Armory, and they do have engineers, you can tell because we got videos interviewing them. And you know, Caleb and I went and visited their R&D facility and hung out with their engineers. And you know, we lived across the hall from them when TJ and I were taken under the wing of the Palmetto State folks at the gathering a couple years ago. Like, they get a little ahead of themselves sometimes at Palmetto, but there are a number of brands that are very solidly engineering based, and I absolutely prefer those over the ones who just, hey, look, doesn't this look cool? And I love that they do the all American made materials as well there at Live Free Armory. So I enjoyed the video that Snob put out with that tour and introduction to the brand, and I'm looking forward to getting to know that brand a little bit, because
he looked lost when he was sort of around there. I was like, he's going around in circles, isn't he?
You noticed that too?
Yeah, I was like, he's like, da, 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 da. I'm like, dude, you were just there a second ago,
right? And so that was my one thought, was he's just wandering around. Like, he looked like he. You know,
broke away from somebody.
they had a big chunk of cheese somewhere that he's just sniffing around, going through the maze trying to find it.
It wasn't cheese, it was pizza. It was back there somewhere.
So the other thought that I had when watching that was, where the hell's security? Do they know who they're letting wander around unsupervised?
You saw all the stuff he tried to walk out with.
Oh, okay.
Did you see the short?
Now that it was them. I did not see the short. No. Oh, or did I? I think maybe I did. Yeah.
We tried walking out the door with the rifle, pistol, and
right. Yeah. Upper. Because Sarge was sitting there acting like he was typing. I was like, dude, you're not even touching the keys. Come on. Yeah, I remember seeing that. They just let them run around on their own the whole time. Yeah. See, I thought a lot of the brand. Then you tell me this stuff. You learn the behind the scenes. It's like, oh. So they do have poor judgment. But hey, if brands didn't have poor judgment, none of us would be here probably, because you got to have.
He's like, I've got 50 extra parts for every part on the amp. I just walk around and just like, one for me. Oh, this one's on the ground. All right, I got it. The
Gun Snob is an established entity, right? Yeah. Gear Report is an established entity. But there was a time that we weren't. There was every one of us had that first brand that took a chance on us, right? So if it wasn't for people with questionable judgment, none of us would have been able to grow our channel. Because you got to have someone willing to take a risk. When looking at the numbers, it's like, oh, we shouldn't do this. Oh, what the hell? You know? For Gear Report,
these guys look like they only have some minor infractions, no felonies. It's okay.
Yeah, for Gear Report, it was Hyperfire Triggers was the first when we started doing gun stuff. There were some other brands in other segments that we were working before we started doing guns at all. But it was Hyperfire and it was WMD Guns. Those were the first two that really embraced Gear Report when we didn't have any proof that we were worthy of being embraced. And we really appreciate both those brands for that. And every other brand that had poor judgment along the way and worked with us when we weren't really big enough to work with yet. LFA, they must have floor guns too. Yeah, all the cool kids have floor guns.
Yeah, you gotta
have without saying.
I don't have any floor guns.
Well, not right now because you came in late. You could have floor guns.
I could have floor guns. Yeah, I could just scatter the guns around the floor.
Yeah, I don't have floor guns all the time. I have them at specific times. Like when I knew there was a broadcast coming, and floor guns would make it easy to access them without going and unlocking the secure gun room and getting to them during the show. Yeah. All right. So we've got some more things coming. I'm trying to think, what else was I working on? I have so many different things.
What do you have so much going on? I've got a few. I get the DB9, the DVG1. I took those up the range the other day again. They did well.
Savior. Okay. Now there's a brand that I kind of feel bad about not working with them, partially because of what Snob said about the Amazon links being pretty productive. I do feel bad about that. I'll be honest with you. Part of the Gear Report team is AJ at Cedar Mill Fine Firearms and Savior. The first time that Savior offered stuff a couple years ago, we saw them up in the pop-up preview room at SHOT Show. And they were like, yeah, we'll send you whatever you want. And I had a couple things that I liked. And AJ seemed offended at the thought that we would work with a company that looked like it was going to be a really strong competitor of his. And I said, you know what? We like AJ. We like Cedar Mill Fine Firearms. We will we'll not work with Savior at this time. Well, in the meantime, AJ has kind of he's still doing Cedar Mill Fine Firearms, but I think it would have been okay to work with Savior as well. In retrospect, I think I could have done it in a way that didn't hurt his business, and still, you know, we could have done some cases and compared them. We could have worked it out.
Yeah.
But I deferred on them for him. And
some.
Looking back, I feel like that was a missed opportunity. That's one that we should have done, but we didn't.
Yeah. I got some Cedar Mill stuff coming up too.
Yeah. I've got a Cedar Mill little pistol cleaning kit sitting right here.
I got one of the new case with the waterproof, oil-proof insert, and then the Glock insert, and the other insert, the pre-cut inserts. Which are really nice.
So, Snob, are you using the tennis bag as like a covert way to transport guns? Because I think when we did the floor gun show.
All right, Jeff, do you see Snob playing tennis? I mean, I'm just
okay. Right.
Do you see him putting on his polo and his tight shorts, going out to the tennis courts, hitting some balls around?
Yeah, I could see. I don't even want to say that. It's too easy. Yes, I could see Snob playing with balls, not on a tennis court necessarily.
Right.
Yeah. There.
You said it.
Okay, Crystal, you have to go watch Gary's show and wait till you see how it played out, because I would like to think that you will be proud of not just what I said, but how it was handled, the aggression with which it was handled.
The proper amount of aggression.
Maybe a little aggressive for someone else's show, and I do kind of feel bad for kind of blowing up in the middle of Gary's show, because I don't go on other people's shows very often, and I hate to I don't want to get
you. I was like, oh, Jeff's in there. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh,
I don't want to be the guy who just show up, break things, and leave. And then after that, I felt like I couldn't leave because I didn't want to feel like I'd been run out or something. So I stuck around for a while. Let's see. VersaCarry has been good to Defense Dad. That's awesome.
I think everybody's got those couple brands that are like, yeah. Oh God.
I'm gonna do that in a video. I'm assuming
play tennis.
I'm assuming he's talking about using it as a covert gun case and not playing with balls.
No, I think he's going to play with balls. I think he's going to play tennis.
Yeah, Craft Holsters is one that. Didn't we interview them or something? I think we did something. I think we have a show where we interviewed Craft Holsters, and they had offered whatever holsters we wanted, and I never requested. I should send them a request and get something. I've got a bunch of pistols I should that I didn't have at that time that I don't have any holsters for. I should reach out. Their stuff looks really good.
Let me know if you do. Set up a spreadsheet.
The only thing that screams I have a gun more than Snob carrying a tennis bag would be me carrying a tennis bag. Okay. I'm pretty sure you'll find all that edited out of the final version. Why would you do that, though, Gary? I don't know. I tend to take the approach of if people want to embarrass themselves by saying ridiculous things in public, I'm not editing that out because that's doing them a favor. And I think if they want to, and I expect the same when I say stupid things, don't edit it.
Jeff doesn't edit these.
Let me.
It could be a train wreck. It's going up. It's getting uploaded.
I don't reach out to companies for free stuff. I don't look at what I do as reaching out to companies for free stuff either. I'll tell you, I probably turned down 40 different offers for everything that I accept. And some of those I do initiate the request, but I'm never looking for free stuff. Definitely. There's way too much work involved to consider it free.
Yeah, it's everybody. It was like, oh, you get to do fun stuff and you get free stuff. I'm like, listen, it's time, resources. It's
it'd be so much cheaper to buy things and then not.
It would be. Almost every gun that I ever reviewed, I was like, man, I should have just bought this thing, and then I could have just been like, sit around. I can go shoot it.
All right. With that, why don't we go ahead and shut things down? Everyone, we really appreciate the lively discussion. And it's nice when we get so many people commenting because we get to cover some neat topics that we probably wouldn't have talked about otherwise. And I appreciate that.
We like to include you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And TJ, thanks for showing up, even though I
tried.
Apparently neglected to post.
I took a picture of it too, just so I could show you, because I was like, I don't know what to do at this point.
Yeah. Well, you figured it out. Only companies I've gotten free stuff from are companies that already bought products with my own money first. One exception. Yeah, and again, I never call it free stuff because we work way too hard for the stuff that we review to ever consider it free. Yep. I got a good game.
Good game.
That is awesome.
You pat yourself on the butt. There you go.
I am excited. No. I'm just gonna we're gonna bank that one. I'm gonna take a rain check on that. We don't do mail-in good games.
Keep that as a thumbnail. Good game.
Yep. Okay. With that, I'm gonna click the button and we are gonna shut it down. We'll be back next week, Thursday, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, the time zone.
The best.
For the 3 Gear Report, we'll talk about all the cool stuff we always talk about.
Yeah.
And who knows? We may even have some more things that we reviewed that we're ready to share with people. So
I'll have some stuff out there, maybe.
Awesome. Yeah, I will too.
I'll send some stuff in to Jeff. Maybe he'll get it reviewed.
Could be. I got to do. I always do taxes late, and I'm doing taxes this weekend.
It's that time.
Who knows? Maybe I'll be like drinking heavily all next week.
There you go. IV88 is coming up.
Yeah, you have to check in next week to see if I survived tax weekend. Until then, we'll see you on the range.
Oh.